Alright guys, as you might have seen from the video's intro, we are at the vault and we're testing our 4 rental vehicles that we have available. Did a quick setup here, you'll have a time lapse of that. We arrived here probably about 7 or 8 minutes ago. Camp is set up, very easy, very cool for us to see. We're out here making sure all these cars are performing the way they should, that everything that's in the vehicles work as well. Fridges, suspensions, I can tell you that the suspensions have, just on the drive-in, it's been amazing. The way the soles, linear springs work with the 50mm lift on these cars, unbelievable. I'm very happy. So we're going to spend the night here, watch a bit of rugby. The Boks are playing the Wallabies, very excited for that. Driekus du Plessis is fighting tomorrow morning, we're going to watch that as well. And then yeah, tomorrow morning we're going to go test these vehicles out on some light 4x4 obstacles, some heavier 4x4 obstacles. We're going to compare how a manual performs against an auto on heavier obstacles, and then yeah, just maybe some camping tricks, do's and don'ts. I think we might run into 1 or 2 of those because I'm joined by a very untrained team of professionals here this weekend. So yeah, if you see me referring to the untrained professionals, it's all technicians, and Richard looks like he'd rather be on a farm. You can see him in the back. I think he'd rather be on a farm than be camping with us tonight. But yeah, I think it's going to be very cool. No professionalism, just having fun, testing our equipment and doing a bit of team building. Yeah, join us. It's going to be a lekker video. Not the middle of winter, eh? And as you can see, we've made sure we set up Samuel right next to the mosquito-infested dam, as he's the apprentice. He'll be getting that privilege of sleeping next to the mosquitoes. Okay, so Juan has just had 2 beers and he's decided to forget how he needs to do his job, so I'm retaking this part again. You're using the hill descent control. So have a look at this little light flashing here, that's the traction control line. When the hill descent control is actually active and the computer's working and using the brakes to slow the vehicle down, that will be flashing. If it's not working actively, that's not going to flash. So yeah, you can see all 3 vehicles are using that at the moment, and how controlled the descent is going down. There's no slipping, sliding, screeching of tires. It's working perfectly as it should. A great experience to see that the vehicles are doing exactly as they should. And remember, with the autos, if you want the hill descent control to work correctly, make sure you're either in L in first gear or in 2 in the second gear. Otherwise the vehicle is just going to keep on speeding up and running through the gears, because you need to lock it in the lower gear for it to work properly. That's a penalty, that's a stall for me, stall number 1 in my manual. That's only one thing, the autos are so much more forgiving, don't stall them as often. Look at that, manual still makes it look easy. Check at the flex on these now. You guys are probably going to be able to see this whole suspension working now. I'm inside the vehicle, I can feel it, but you can see it. Absolutely amazing. It works a dream, a treat. Juan's running around there. Hello, Juan! These sort of things make the bigger double cabs and stuff cringe and flex and bottom out. I mean, the Jimnys, or just look at this. Easy as pie, even in the 5-door, without bottoming out Easy as pie, slow and steady. Perfect. These are just a few lekker axle twisters. Like these yields and stuff they put, yeah, it doesn't look daunting. Do that in your double cab, it bottoms out immediately. Jimny is just creep and crawl without any effort.
Hello.
Got ourselves a box attacking us from the rear. We have not tied down any of our equipment in the back because this is not our vehicle we're driving. Our one is still set up at camp. Let's actually find out who drove this one, yeah. Let's see what Monty's got in store for us, yeah? Okay, Monty's explaining to the guys that there is a very big hole to the left. He's used some choice words to describe the size of that hole. But yeah, Monty's obviously a qualified trainer, very, very good at what he does. So let's see which line he lets the guys take. Ek sal vir jou die kreatiewe lyn wys. Ek sal vir jou die kreatiewe lyn wys. You guys are gonna have some English and Afrikaans mixed through, yeah? Obviously, got a bunch of English and Afrikaans guys, yeah? Just keep it steady. Hy sal gaan. Hou die, daar sê hy. Keep the RPM steady, she will go. Kan ek reguit afgaan nou, hoe groot is hy? Ek het nou nog nie reën gesien, hè? Ja, nee, not so bad. Nee, ek gaan hulle... Nee. Ek sal een wiel in die middel kry, hopelik. Oei. Fire engines are actually looking beautiful in red, eh? It is decided we need a different exit out of there. It's the only time I've ever seen Monty with his glasses on when he really wants to concentrate and see where he's going. At work, assembling things, no glasses. stripping Allen keys, no glasses. Comes 4x4. Uses glasses. Monty, if you're watching this, you're making me late for the rugby. We need to get to the rugby now. What?
Oh, the exit charger.
Yeah. No, well, that's the sign to the exit. That doesn't mean...
Yeah, that's what
that's not how close we are.
That's another tip, 101. Just because you see an exit sign.
Doesn't mean you're close to the exit. A little verlabestek. For our Afrikaans viewers, labestek is the word for low range in Afrikaans. And that I learned from my own TV hero when I was growing up young. It was Uncle Andre that does the 4x4. Labestek. Everything he did was in labestek.
The South African national anthem, which will be sung by all